Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming out. We had a number of problems getting things organized a couple of weeks ago, and we finally got it going. And so until we got the word out, our ticket sales are not what we wanted them to be. But we tried to get the rest, but we'll settle for the best. So thanks for coming out. We're glad you're here. There's some amazing music and some very talented people this afternoon. I think you're going to really like this. This is our celebration of love and Valentine's, and we do it in honor of the kids from our infant and toddler pantry. We have the director somewhere. There she is. We have Leslie and somebody else was here too. Anybody else here from the pantry? Oh, Jesse's here, and Betty and Jesse are here. So these folks every Saturday and every Tuesday greet the children. We've had as many as 30 some on a single day, and we've had 2 or 3 on a single day, which is a good thing because then they can unpack and fold clothing and so on. And this is the sales pitch part of the program. The reason we're needing to raise money for the infant toddler pantry is the need continues. Over Christmas, we had a big draw on our resources and so forth, and we get into January, and some of the clothing sizes that we hand out a lot of diapers, that's number one, and then we hand out a lot of clothing. And I had someplace I have a paper with the sizes on it, but we need little girls' clothing and little boys' clothing. Yesterday, we actually had to turn some kids away without giving them clothing. They're not running around naked; they have things to wear. But we were able to let people know this morning, and we have a baby shower coming up in one of the communities. So what you'll help do today through like the 50-50 is provide clothing for these little kids. I don't have any heartbreaking pictures to show you so that like you get to see on TV, but needless to say, we do need help. Last year, 1,700 plus kids were helped through the pantry, and this year is really off to a higher start than last year. So whatever you can do to help the infant toddler pantry is greatly appreciated, and it's the funds are separate. Whatever you give toward the pantry goes to the pantry. Okay? So we have on the platform our music director from the church, Kevin O'Connell, who's here every Sunday. And we have Dennis on drums, and I know your name.
John Gaffney.
John Gaffney, all right. And John on bass. And we have the lovely, talented Nancy Scharf, who's coming to us from New Jersey. And Middletown, New Jersey. And she's the director of music at the King of Kings Lutheran Church there, and she sings up and down the coast all summer. I follow her Facebook page, and she is everywhere. If there's anybody like Billy Thatcher that I know, it's Nancy, because Nancy, like Billy Thatcher, if given the opportunity, would sing at the grand opening of a can of tuna. Right? Yeah. And we have Billy Thatcher with us. And there aren't too many singers that I put up with listening to twice in one day, but Ben Simmons I'll listen to 3 times. Ben Simmons is with us. And we have the lovely Pinky and Bob Stamen. And since these 3 are sitting in a row, I'll give a plug and let you tell more about it if you want to. You will. I knew you would. We're in the middle of a church service, and she gets up to sing a hymn, and next thing you know, she's plugging some concert she's doing. What can I tell you? Anyway, the 3 of them are in a production that's coming up, Beauty and the Beast. When is it? So sometime in the beginning of April. Stay tuned. If you come out in March to our Cathal Dunn concert, the Irish guy, we'll have the exact dates for you. I don't want them to know now. I want them to come out and buy a ticket. Okay. All right. You want to tell them something?
I just briefly want to tell you, how many people have seen Beauty or the Beast or are familiar with it? Oh, good. That's good. Bob is playing Lumiere. That's the candelabra. And Billy is playing Mrs. Potts. But this little girl over here is our Belle. And wait till you see her as our Belle.
It will be amazing. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. It's going to be good. And Ben and I have been asked to sit in the audience. That's not true. It's not true. Yeah. All right. Do you have something to play? I was going to preach if you will let me go. No? If I preach, there's an offering.
Yes.
Yes.
We are ready.
You're ready.
Are you ready for some talent this afternoon? Good. All righty. 2 or 4 bars, whatever you want. 3, 4.
When I fall in love, when I fall in love, it will be forever, or I'll never fall in love. In a restless world like this is, love is ended before it's begun, and too many moonlight kisses seem to fade in the warmth of the sun. When I give my heart, it will be completely, or I'll never give my heart. And the moment I can feel that you feel that way too, is when I fall in love with you. In that restless world like this is, love is ended before it's begun, and too many moonlight kisses seem to fade in the warmth of the sun. When I give my heart, it will be completely, I'll never give my heart. And the moment I can feel that you feel that way too, is when I fall in love with you.
Nancy Sharp.
another song at the end, so got a little confused there. This is All I Ask of You from Phantom of the Opera. No more talk of darkness, forget these wide-eyed fears. I am here, nothing can harm you. My words will warm and calm you. All I ask is freedom, a world with no more lies, and you always beside me to guard you and to guide you. All I ask is every waking moment. Turn my head with talk of summertime. Say you need me with you now and always. Promise me that all you'll say is true. That's all I ask of you. Let me be your shelter. Let me be your light. You're safe. No one will harm you. Your fears are far behind you. Let me be your freedom. Let daylight dry your tears. And you always beside me to guard me and to guide me. All I ask is every waking moment. Turn my head with talk of summertime. Say you need me with you now and always. Anywhere you go, let me go too. That's all I ask of you. All I ask is every waking moment. Turn my head with talk of summertime. Say you need me with you now and always. Anywhere you go, let me go too. Love me. That's all I ask of you.
Nancy Sharp. This guy over here, you've seen Bob so many times. And the
some of
first
them
time
have.
we did this, yes, you have. You've been all over the place. The last time I remember Bob performing was in the Producers. He said, you've got to come see it. So I bought tickets for the Producers on a Thursday. And I rolled into Savannah Center to see Bob Stamen and Tim Casey and the Producers, and guy says, show's closed. I never got to see it because they closed it because of COVID, the last performance. So you are supposed to do that again. You are going to do the whole thing all over again, right?
Right now?
No.
I'm not prepared.
No. Anyway, he's singing a beautiful song called It Had to Be You. But when we first did this the first time, he said, no, don't you know the first part? I said, no, I never heard the first part. All I know is it had to be you. He said, oh, no, it's a pretty first part. So here's Bob Stamen.
Why do I do just as you say? Why must I just give you your way? Why do I sigh? Why don't I try to forget? It must have been that something lovers call fate kept me saying I have to wait. I saw them all, just couldn't fall till we met. It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered around and finally found the somebody who could make me be true and make me bleed blue and even be glad just to be sad thinking of you. Some others I've seen might never be mean, might never be cross or try to be boss, but they wouldn't do. Nobody else gave me a thrill with all your thoughts. I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you. Take it, fellas. Some others I've seen might never be mean, might never be cross or try to be boss, but they wouldn't do. For nobody else gave me a thrill with all your faults. I love you still. It had to be you, a wonderful you. It had to be you. It had to be you, a wonderful you. It had to be you. Thank you very much. For this next song, I'm actually, back a million years ago, I worked in the public schools for about 15 years. I worked with deaf and hard of hearing kids from kindergarten to age 21. And they actually taught me sign language, because as a speech therapist, they were supposed to learn to speak and I wasn't supposed to use a lot of sign language with them, but they taught me sign language. And one of the songs that they did for a program was When You Wish Upon a Star. And so I'd like to share that with you now. It was a beautiful rendition of this that the kids came up with. And so I dedicate this to all the kids that I worked with in the past that were deaf and hard of hearing. Hope you enjoy it. You're speechless. Wait, take this moment. Kevin was actually speechless. Right, write that down. He was speechless. He didn't know what to say.
No. Well, we're going to feature Billy and Bob on this next wonderful song. But first of all, I'd like to thank Pinky. And Pinky saw me playing at a restaurant one time, and she said, you got all these wires hanging off your piano, and it looks terrible. You really have to spice it up a little bit. We want to spiff you up. So she made me this curtain. Isn't this nice? And isn't it cute? Yes. And not only does it make me look nice, but it also hides the fact that I'm not wearing any pants. Just thought you'd like to know that. Anyway, here's Billy Thatcher and Bob. This is called You're Just in Love. Billy.
Go ahead, just start. I was actually going to be looking for someone to help me out with this song.
Oh.
Perhaps it'll be Billy. Geez, I wonder if it'll be Billy.
I didn't know this, the lines. When did you write these
Introduction.
songs? Okay, introduction. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
I hear music and there's no one there. I smell blossoms and the trees are bare. All day long I seem to walk on air. I wonder why. I wonder why. I stop sleeping in my sleep at night. And once more I've lost my appetite. Stars that used to twinkle in the skies are twinkling in my eyes. I wonder why.
You don't need analyzing. It is not so surprising that you feel very strange but nice. Your heart goes pitter-patter. I know just what's the matter because I've been there once or twice. Your head on my shoulder. You need someone who's older. Rub down with a velvet glove. There is nothing you can take to relieve that certain ache. You're not sick, you're just in love.
I hear music and there's no one there. I smell blossoms and the trees are bare. All day long I seem to walk on air. I wonder why. I wonder why. I keep tossing in my sleep at night. And once more I've lost my appetite. Stars that used to twinkle in the skies are twinkling in my eyes. I wonder why.
You're not sick, you're just
in love.
All right. All right.
So when Kevin first told me about this concert, we've switched things around a couple of times because Bob and I are involved in yet another show next week, not this week, next week, and our big long tech rehearsal is next Sunday. And so this concert was originally planned for then, and then we discovered, A, we had this big rehearsal, B, it was Super Bowl Sunday, oh my goodness. So that's how we got here today.
Right.
And I also want to put a little plug in. It's not during a religious service, so I can get away with it.
That's right.
In addition to being in Beauty and the Beast and Tickets Please, which is what next week's show is called, I'm also involved in a production of a wonderful comedy, not a musical, just a play, a wonderful comedy called The Honeymooners Go to the Villages. And it is March 15th, 16th, and 17th at Savannah Center. And that group is Smash Productions. The organizer, owner, and founder of the group, who is here with us today, Mrs. Susan Feinberg, right there. Say hi, Susan.
Susan's right there.
I feel like I'm on Ed Sullivan,
Yeah.
introducing the celebrities in the audience. This is so much fun.
Well, there's a lot of things to do in the villages that people should see.
I know.
You
I
know?
know. Anyway,
I don't understand why we couldn't have done the concert during the Super Bowl.
no one would come.
No, I know.
Although, well, that's another story. Anyway, this next song that I'm going to sing for you is one of my favorites. I've been singing it for a lot of years. And there were a lot of years that I worked for a gentleman that this was his very favorite song. So I know he's not here, but Arthur, this is for you, bud. Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree. And I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud. I can't understand. I get misty just holding your hand. Walk my way. 1,000 violins begin to play. Or it might be the sound of your hello, that music I hear. I get misty the moment you're near. Oh, I used to hear people singing. You can say that you're leading me on, but it's just what I want you to do. Don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. On my own, would I wander through this wonderland alone, never knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my glove? I'm too misty and too much in love. Oh, play for me, Kevin. Kevin O'Connell, ladies and gentlemen. You can say that you're leading me on, but it's just what I want you to do. Don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. On my own, would I wander through this wonderland alone, never knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my glove? I'm too misty and too much in love. I'm misty and too much in
Miss Billy Thatcher. Yes. Billy, wonderful, wonderful. She's like the sister I never had. Never wanted. But, wonderful, 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 wonderful. All right. Yeah. Ben and I worked with a group called the Notebenders, where I first met Ben. And that's where you first came out with that red suit. You didn't wear a red suit. You wore it last time at the church. I remember that. But anyway, we used to do this song, and I used to love it every time he did this song. So here it is. 3, 4.
Only you can make this world seem right. Oh, only you can change the dark to light. Only you and you alone can thrill me like you do and fill my heart with love for only you. Only you can make this change in me, for it's true. You are my destiny. destiny. When you hold my hand, I understand the magic that you do. You're my dream come true, my one and only you. Oh, only you can make this change in me. For it's true, you are my destiny. When you hold my hand, I understand the magic that you do. You're my dream come true, my one and only you. Thank you. I didn't know if anybody was familiar with the Platters. Miss Billy, are you going to join me on this one?
This concert's a little bit different for me because I'm only doing that one solo. Everything else I'm doing is duets. However, I get to sing with all of these good-looking men.
Yeah.
So I think it's wonderful. Anyway.
The day I found you, and I want to stay around you, and so I beg you, let it be me. Don't take this heaven from one. If you must cling to someone now and forever, let it be me.
Each time we meet, love, I find complete love.
And without your sweet love, Billy, what would life be? So never leave me lonely. Tell me you love me only, and that you'll always let it be me.
Each time we meet, love, I find complete love.
And without your sweet love, then what would life be? So never leave me lonely. Tell me you love me only, and that you'll always let it be, and that you'll always let it be me.
Ben Simmons, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Thanks.
We have a lot of talents in this room.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
lucky.
Within this joint.
We are lucky people.
Yeah, we are. We are. Oh, this is a pretty song. Nice.
You gonna tell them the driveway story?
Yeah, I always,
You gonna tell them the driveway story?
Driveway story.
Well, that's how we started to do this song.
We did?
Yeah,
On the driveway.
yeah,
At your house.
yeah.
Right.
During the pandemic, I was determined
I knew she'd say something, but-
we were going to continue to do music. So Kevin and I did concerts in my driveway every Monday night almost for about a year and a half. And it was wonderful. Even at the height of the pandemic, people came and they parked all over the place and everybody stayed away from everybody else. But we all got to enjoy some good music and some good fellowship every Monday evening. And then life got quasi back to normal, and schedules being what they are, we don't get to do it anymore. But I think that's where we started to
Yeah.
do this number.
6 years of college, and I'm playing on a driveway. Another year like this, I'll be in it. But anyway, okay. Here's a beautiful song by Nat King Cole. Unforgettable, that's what you are.
Unforgettable, though near or far.
Like a song of love that clings to me. How the thought of you does things to me. Never before has someone been more
Unforgettable in every way.
and forevermore.
And forevermore,
That's how you stay.
that's how you'll stay. That's
My
why,
darling,
it's incredible. That's someone so unforgettable. Thinks that I am unforgettable too. No, never before has someone been more ooh,
Unforgettable
in every way.
every way.
And forevermore,
And forevermore.
that's how you'll stay.
That's how you'll stay.
That's why,
My
darling,
darling,
it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
Thank you so much. And now we present Miss Pinky. And Miss Pinky has been all over the place. She's been with Les Mis and Annie and what else? I don't know. I can't. 42nd Street. One woman show. And we did it to Sharon with these guys here, and it was a lot of fun.
It was.
Yeah,
I
it was
have
a
to
lot
make
of
a
fun.
correction. My lovely neighbor Sue here made this for you, not me.
Oh, well, it was your idea.
It was my, yeah, she made me one, and then I said,
Right.
Kevin definitely
We did one
needs
for the show, though, right? The
Yes, we
Sharon.
did.
Yes, that was
Yes,
sort
we
of fun.
did.
Okay, well, you
But
get half.
anyway, I can't take credit for that. All right.
We go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. They need more sound. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you can adore. Love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Take it away. Give these guys a round of applause again. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you can adore. Love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. This love was made for me and you.
Thank you.
Wow, Miss Piggy. I think I hurt myself. Anyway.
This next one is from West Side Story.
There's a place for us, somewhere a place for us, peace and quiet and open air wait for us
Well, that was beautiful. All right.
Wow.
I'll change pace here and tell you a little story about the next song I'm going to sing. What's the next song I'm going to sing? Oh, on the street where you live. Okay. This is how you know you're getting old. Yes, this is how you know you're getting old. The story with this song is 54 years ago is when I saw my wife walking in front of we were freshmen in college, and she was walking down the sidewalk, and I said to my buddy, "See that girl? I'm going to marry her someday." And, my gosh, it's hard to believe. This is when you're old. So you tell the story to friends, and we're going to be married 50 years, March 18th. But when we tell that story, this is how I know I'm getting old. They say to my wife, "Wow, Linda, we cannot believe it. You look so young." Hi, Bob. So this is the song.
Bob, I just want to interject. I just have to say that. I haven't been, and I will never be as married as you and your beautiful Linda, and she's a wonderful wife and everything like that. And so I kind of observe what it takes to stay married. Now, Billy and I played an anniversary party, right? So people in the Villages married 50 years or more, right? Anniversary party. And what was the winner? I think 67 years married.
Wow.
And I thought, what's the secret? And I wanted to observe what the secret is to staying married like that. And I figured it out that people who are in love that long are old.
No, the secret for being that long is,
No, I'm kidding.
Yes, dear. I have often walked down the street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live. Are there lilac trees in the heart of town? Can you hear a lark in any other part of town? Does enchantment pour out of every door? No, it's just on the street where you live. And oh, the towering feeling, just to know somehow you are near. The overpowering feeling that any second you may suddenly appear. People stop and stare, they don't bother me, for there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by, I won't care if I can be here on the street where you live. Goodbye, Linda.
Mr. Bob Stamen. And what the heck is...
Broadway show Guys and Dolls is a character named Miss Adelaide. Miss Adelaide is a showgirl. She's been engaged for 13 years because Nathan has proposed, but Nathan has never said, let's set a date and get married. Because Nathan is a gambler. And Miss Adelaide is not about to marry a gambler, even though you say you've stopped gambling.
Adelaide.
I know that you're still gambling. You know why I know?
I gotta go to a prayer meeting.
Prayer meeting. You're not
No,
going
really.
to-
No, it's the truth.
Stop
Adelaide,
it.
please.
You promised me this, you promised me that, you promised me everything under the sun, then you give me a kiss and you're grabbing your hat and you're off to the races again when I think of the time gone by.
Adelaide, Adelaide.
When I think of the way
Also the
I
scene.
tried, I could honestly die.
Call a lawyer and sue me, sue me. What can you do me? I love you. Give a holler and hate me, hate me. Go ahead, hate me. I
Best
love you.
years of my
No.
life I was a fool to give to
All
you.
right, already. I'm just a no good Nick. All right, already. So true, so new. And sue me, sue me. What can you do me? I love.
You gamble it here, you gamble it there, you gamble on everything, all except me, and I'm sick of you, tired of me, up in the air, and I'm gonna go back in the money again when I think of the time.
Adelaide.
Gone by, when I think of the way I tried.
Oh, Adelaide.
I could honestly die.
Serve a paper and sue me, sue me. What can you do me? I love you. Give a holler and hate me, hate me. Go ahead, hate me.
When you wind up in jail, don't come to me to bail you
All right,
out.
already, so call a policeman. All right, already, so true, so new. And sue me, sue me. What can you do me? I love
You're at it again, you're running the game. I'm not gonna play second fiddle to that, and I'm sick and I'm tired of stalling around. And I'm telling you now that we're through when I think of the time gone by.
Adelaide.
When I think of the way I tried, I could honestly die.
Sue me, sue me. What can you do me? I love you. Mr. Ben has a thing that always is requested. By the way, I play at the Mezzaluna restaurant if you want to come and see me. Down there Thursday and Saturday nights from 5 to 8. Love to see you about down there. Come on down. Beautiful, wonderful food and a wonderful staff down there. But anyway, they always request this thing. And I asked Ben to do it. It's my ballad arrangement. And so it's from Elvis. And I think you're going to love it. So, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Wise men say only fools rush in, 'cause I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love
and I'll always be. Kevin, you have made my life complete, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me sweet, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Slowly to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. No, I just cannot help falling in love with you. Mr. Ben Simmons. All right. Oh my goodness. What is this? Oh, you got props. Oh, look at the props. What's on your wrist there? Don't give it away. Okay, I won't. No. Okay. Oh. Which? Five. Okay. A little bit more. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Kiss on the hand might be quite continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. A kiss may be grand, but they won't pay the rental on your humble flat, or help you at the automat. Men grow cold and girls grow old, and we all lose our charms in the end. But square cut or pear shape, these rocks don't lose their shape. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Oh, we got Tiffany's, Cartier. Tell me all about it, Harry Winston. There may come a time when a lass needs a lawyer, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. There may come a time when a hard-boiled employer thinks you're awful nice. Oh yeah, but get that ice or there's no dice. Time rolls on and youth is gone, and you can't straighten up when you bend. But stiff knees or stiff back, you stand straight at Tiffany's. Diamonds, that's right, diamonds, not rhinestones. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Get that ice. Thank you.
Pinky. Oh, wonderful. I hope you enjoyed the music this afternoon. And it's up to you. Anyway, Nancy gets the award for coming the farthest to grace our presence over here, don't you think? Yes. She's wonderful. Wonderful. And hope you enjoyed the music.
Well, this is the first time I've worked with Kevin, and I want to thank him for sharing his talent because we talked on the phone, basically, and he said, Nancy, send me, your music that you want to do, and I'll write some arrangements for it. Wow, I didn't know it was going to be like this. So thank you, Kevin, and thank you, musicians. Sounds great today.
The band. Here's the band.
Okay, someone to watch over me. There's a saying old says that love is blind. Still we're often told, seek and ye shall find. So I'm going to seek a certain lad I've had in mind. Looking everywhere, haven't found him yet. He's the big affair I cannot forget. Only man I'll ever think of with regret. To add his initials to my monogram. Tell me, where is the shepherd for this lost lamb? There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he turns out to be someone who'll watch over me. I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood. I know I could always be good to someone who'll watch over me. Although he may not be the man some girls think of as handsome, to my heart he carries the key. Won't you tell him please to put on some speed, follow my lead, oh how I need someone who'll watch over me. Someone who'll watch over me.
Miss Nancy Sharp. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Hey, I had a little brainstorm in a week, I was just put something, and I thought, wow, we need a nice finale number, so I think you'll like this one. We're going to feature Nancy one more time before we say goodbye, but we don't say goodbye because Nancy is with us next Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. and she's going to be singing in our service. She has 3 beautiful numbers lined up, and so you're going to like that, I hope, right? And so. So I thought of something, and I talked to Nancy. It's great when you rehearse over the phone. The professional way. Over the phone. Anyway, so I thought, let's see if we can do this number and pull it off. So during rehearsal today, I said, after she gets done with the first chorus, guys, in the professional manner, that I wrote this arrangement up for the choral. I have 4 or 5 chorus, and I wrote this arrangement up for 4 or 5 chorus members in 5 minutes is what I did. No, what I did was I said, guys, when she gets to letter C, the bridge, you're on your own. And I'll tell you what, in 5 minutes, being professionals that they all are, wait till you hear this.
Yeah, wait till you hear this.
Now, wait a minute now.
I meant that with
You meant that with love, huh? All right, Vampire till ready. 1, 2, 3.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another meadow. There are cornfields and wheat fields enough to grow. There are sunbeams and moonbeams enough to shine. Oh, listen, Lord, if you want to know what the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone, Thanks, everybody.
I would like to thank
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. Sing along! The world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for